Hi, I'm Matt Joseph. I'm a candidate for City Commission. I'm a current City Commissioner for the City of Dayton. Why am I the right guy for the job? I started, my first job in politics was working as a legislative assistant for Congressman Hall. I loved it. I discovered my passion. Since then, I've been lucky enough to serve with wonderful people. I'm very proud of what we've done, the tough decisions that we've made over the years that have paved the way for our current beginnings of a recovery. I really want to stick around and be part of shaping what Dayton turns into, this new Dayton. There are a lot of little green shoots of hope that need tending. It's like a garden, and I want to be around to help make sure it grows and flourishes. I'm proud, like I said, to work with a great team. They're not afraid to make the tough decisions, and we will get there. Dayton will get better. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Chris Shaw, Dayton City Commissioner, and I'm running for re-election to the Dayton City Commission. I should be re-elected because of the work that I've done over the last 4 years. Very successfully negotiated issue 9, increasing paved roads and park cuttings and trimmings. Preschool promise, where our 4-year-olds are getting appropriate education at the right age. And many other workforce development opportunities. I brought together the first meeting of all of the labor unions that do work in the apprenticeship space, connecting them with Dayton Public Schools and many, many others, expanding, increasing the workforce pipeline. And that's what we need around here, and I want to be there to see it through.
Good evening. My name is Shenise Sloss, and I'm a candidate for Dayton City Commission. I am the most qualified candidate for a number of reasons, but I'll give you a couple. The first is, although the incumbents have the title, I have the experience. I've done the work. I have the ability to dissect the information where I don't need to rely on the city manager. I have a working relationship, even though I'm no longer with the city of Dayton as a former city employee. Again, I understand the inner workings of government. I am an employee with Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, so I know the inner workings of government. And I really want to work for the city of Dayton residents. I live in the community. I believe in this community. We need clear processes, transparency, and accountability. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is David Esrati. I'm running for Dayton City Commission. And really, I just want to be like Mayor McDonald for Dayton, because we haven't had that in the city of Dayton. We have people that get up there and tell you every year they're going to move Dayton forward, over and over. They're endorsed by people and everything else. Their idea of moving Dayton forward seems to be that it's a pay-to-play system where their friends and family keep getting reelected, and they make sure that they get things like a patio built for themselves. I am not politically correct. I come to meetings with my video camera and I record them. I try to make things open and accessible to everybody. I fight lawsuits to make sure the sunshine laws are followed, and we need that. Commissioner Shaw thinks there's a problem with Darrell Fairchild talking. You can talk all you want at a commission meeting. Try it sometime, because these two sit there. I've got mannequins that talk more at a meeting than them. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates. Often in our meetings, we talk about the lack of employment up and down Gettysburg. And I think the president earlier talked about progress. And Trotwood just lost a major food provider. Our community is becoming more and more desert. What do you think your role as a council person, mayor, commissioner, and trustees to attract food to our communities? You understand the question? Okay. How long? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, we've tried all kinds of things to attract food. We paid for a Kroger on Gettysburg. We spent $5 million plus in a few years trying to gather property for a Kroger on Wayne. Same person is pretty much behind it. Now that person's our city manager. Not the right person, not the right solution. Look, if Kroger wants to put a store in, they can do it, and they can pay for it by themselves. They do it all the time. Why they expect the poorest people in the community to pay for subsidizing their stores is because that's the way things work in Dayton. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you we can make a grocery store happen automatically. but I can tell you we spend a lot of money on stupid programs that haven't worked. And we've lied to you about what we can do with the West Dayton Fund. I made a proposal yesterday on my website that I think will transform things, that will put money into the hands of the people that need it the most and make it easier to get to a grocery store that's a quality grocery store. And that solution is simple. We pay a sales tax in this community to fund the RTA. We already pay for RTA, folks. It's federal dollars, it's our tax dollars. Why do we still charge people to get on the bus? Now, you say that sounds crazy, and all of it, they only get about 10 to 15% of their money from fares. And when you equate in all the overhead it takes to collect that little bit of money, including the gas spent while they idle, while they wait for people to pay the fare, you come back, it's probably a wash. We also stopped putting advertising in the buses. So we could pay for buses. Everybody get on the bus for free. Now, I'm crazy, right? Where do they have a free bus in Dayton? Downtown, where white people live. They have the white flyer. I call it like I see it, folks. We got a bus, a free bus for the rich people, and poor people gotta pay. That's gotta stop. I plan on doing that. I'll make it easier to get to a grocery store. Thank you.
So last week we celebrated the groundbreaking of Gem City Market. How many of you were there? Exactly. We're all excited about that initiative. I'm very proud of our community for taking a stand and looking at something creative and innovative. But that's not enough. Now we know that Gem City Market will be up, working more, will be standing in a year from now. But how do we address the issues of food, desert, and food insecurity in our community today? I'll tell you how. Simple things that we can be doing. We can invest in our local grocery stores right here on Hoover Avenue, Esther's Market, a grocery store that I used to patronize as a child and still to this day. We can do things as far as making sure that we are investing in food trucks for fresh produce. This is a way for us to also stimulate entrepreneurship. There are things that we can be doing in the community, and it takes new leadership. But I'm going to tell you something else that we need to do. I don't know if everyone received a copy of this article. How many of you did? If you didn't, please raise your hand. We'll be happy to get one for you. We have to make our neighborhoods and the people in this community a priority. That's how we attract economic development. That's how we attract stabilized neighborhoods. We have to make people. People consist of our neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods consist of the people. We have to make it work together and do a better job at that. That means that we have to put the funding behind it, creative ideas that which have been proposed, and that my organization, Neighborhoods of Our Politics, and that I have proposed that the city of Dayton do. We can do it if we work together. But guess what you gotta do? You gotta vote differently. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. A very important question about food insecurity in our city. That seems to be getting worse, especially after the tornado took out the grocery lane over there in Baltimore and Dayton. So it's a huge issue. We've been working to solve it. Trying to attract another business, another grocery store to the West Town area. Having meaningful conversations with ownership there. But it's about providing an attractive opportunity for a business, a grocery store to come into the community. We all know that they look at the net income of the people in the neighborhood. We also know that they track your spend. When you're willing to go 18 miles away to shop, they know that. So we have to do a better job amongst ourselves of supporting the neighborhood grocery stores that are in our community already. I know that oftentimes they may not have the quality food and produce that we want, but it's about having a conversation with the owners of those markets to demand better. I'm a business owner myself, I understand how that works, and it's about continuing to do that kind of work. My opponent talked about Gem City Market, which we just did great ground. How many of you are owners in Gem City Market? Very important to do so. A co-op opportunity here in West Dayton to support them in their activities. In the city of Dayton, the city commission has been doing that work since the very beginning. When the first conversation started happening about Gem City Market, we were right there being very supportive. I'm going to continue doing that work with the city commissioner. We want to provide the opportunity for others to come into the community, but that means bringing high-paying jobs to our community so that net income rises, and that a Kroger, maybe even a Kroger marketplace, will be attracted to West Dayton and other parts, this invested parts of our community.
Commissioner Shaw made my job easy. I've been working with him on many of those same initiatives, and I'm proud to support them. I will say, though, that one key thing that whenever we bring up the subject of food deserts that we have to keep in front of us is the fact that this problem exists because people aren't paid fairly for a full day's work. If people were paid fairly for a full day's work, then grocery stores wouldn't have their measurements. They measure how many people make how much money in a certain radius around the store. That would be fine. We'd have grocery stores. But the skewed distribution of wealth has shown itself here. So that's the base problem. I'm proud to support Gem City Market. We at the city have worked hard with Ohio State Co-op and a lot of other folks to make sure that people know how to grow their own vegetables and fruits. We supported neighborhood gardens, provided a free pump installation and water so they can water them. We've gone to almost every big and small chain that has groceries all around the state. We've discussed the possibilities with them, and it's been beating our heads against the wall because they have their firm measurements about wealth and traffic and that sort of thing. It just hasn't worked. So we're looking forward to Gem City Market coming in. In the meantime, we're going to continue these other efforts to try to get fresh fruits and vegetables and decent food on people's plates. We also have an initiative that's working with individual corner stores and other folks to put another freezer in, to bring in some fresh fruit, especially locally grown fruit, to help not only the folks that are eating it, but also the folks that are providing it to survive. So we're going to keep doing what we can to fill in until the prosperity hits, or until Gem City Market comes next year and we finally have a grocery. Thank you, it's a good question.
And so the question again to the City of Dayton Commission candidates, we've done away with the priority boards, which was a good vehicle for neighborhood involvement. And how do you anticipate, how do you expect to get that citizen involvement back to? Many of us look at the priority boards as a major golden jewel for the city. So how do we bring that citizen participation all over the city is feeling that pain? So talk to me a little bit about that.
Thank you, Senator. It's a good question. I was proud to serve a few terms on the priority boards. I love them. And if the prosperity that we had, we put them forth first in the early 70s, ever comes back, I hope to be part of the commission that puts them back in place. But right now, we're still looking at some of the same problems that led us to dissolve it. A few years ago, after the Great Recession hit, we cut everything we could that wasn't absolutely core. And the truth was that priority boards, although I love them and they're a great vehicle for folks to get the priorities in neighborhoods up and filtered up to the organization, we had a duplicate organization with neighborhood organizations and neighborhood presidents. So we made the very painful decision to go that route because it was cheaper, because it was duplicated. It wasn't great. It was one of many painful decisions that my colleagues and I had to make. Like I said, I hope someday we can get them back. But I will say that the plan has been, ever since it became clear that retail was not coming back to the city, that jobs were going to flow back by themselves, the plan became housing. And once that happened, the plan was to build up downtown, build up jobs where we could, take that revenue and put that in the neighborhoods. And that's what we're doing now. You saw that we were able to start up curbside leaf pickup. Those of you with big trees like I do, you appreciate that, I know. I'm really relieved. So we're able to do that, and that's just the beginning. As things continue to improve and jobs come and people move back in, we're going to be able to put more money back into neighborhoods. I will caution you, if somebody tells you we need to put more money in neighborhoods, make sure you ask where it's going to come from, because most of the time they don't have an answer. Ask them what their plan is, because our plan has been clear for these few years, and we're going to carry it out and keep doing it until the neighborhoods are back where they should be. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for the question, Senator. It's a very good one. You know, I also was part of the priority board system many, many years ago, and I thought it was a really, really good vehicle. I was a little confused why that went away, but I do understand now. Priority boards really are a great vehicle for elected officials, for city commissioners, because it's a way for us to get our message out. Oftentimes we're, accused of things that we're not doing this, we're not doing that, and actually we were. And then the retort back is, well, why don't you tell us? Why don't you communicate with us? We're trying to do a better job of that, but I do recognize that as a problem. And again, priority boards were a really good mechanism to getting that word out. Also, there are neighborhood associations, some stronger than others. And especially in West Dayton, the neighborhood associations are not as strong as many others, and there was this reliance on priority boards. But what we're trying to do is build capacity in those neighborhood associations. I oftentimes say, many of you may have heard me say, a neighborhood is only as strong as the neighborhood association. And we are taking active, meaningful steps to develop programming to strengthen neighborhood associations, really relying on the best practices of other very strong neighborhood associations. And there are some in West Dayton. Caroline and Edgemont are doing some magnificent things. The capacity that they have should be duplicated and spread out and shared with other neighborhood associations. And I make that statement often. It's just so very important because I agree. Neighborhood associations are the way of the future. What we do as commissioners are to sit there and to promote these neighborhood associations and give them the tools that they need to be successful, and we need to build their capacity to do so.
Thank you for that question. So that is a very important question to pose this evening for a number of reasons. As stated, I'm a former City of Dayton employee. I started with the priority boards. I was a community service advisor. And in that position, I learned about the Model Cities program, the 40-year-old model that we had in place that was used as a means for a citizen to participate in their government. Now I'm going to share with you, I'm going to be very transparent and candid at the same time. This administration don't want you to be involved, period. And I'm going to give you a number of reasons of why this is true. Before I resigned from the City of Dayton, I gave countless recommendations on how we can focus on our neighborhoods. I even gave recommendations on how we can best utilize our community development block grant dollars, our federal dollars that we have coming into our community. Fell on deaf ears. So in 2015, when I resigned, I started a nonprofit, Neighborhoods Over Politics, with Joel Thomas Jones and Jamaica Garrison. We went back to the City of Dayton with a number of recommendations. Here are some recommendations on how we can best utilize our dollars, and I'm happy to see that the city has now adopted one of our recommendations, and that was leaf pickup, right? The other part of that is this. We've made all these different recommendations and reached out to the City of Dayton to be involved in the process. Again, our organization, not only our organization, me in particular, we were demonized, we were ostracized, we were criticized for being three articulate Black women who care about their community. They told us we didn't know what we were talking about. They told me that I was disgruntled, that I don't believe in police and fire, that I voted against issue 9. I live in this community. I am passionate about this community, and I believe in this community. And that's why, as your next City of Dayton Commissioner, I will make sure to work for your interests.
I'm David Esrati, and if there's one thing people know, I don't lie to you. So there's some things that you've heard tonight that just blow my mind. Number one, government is not here to tell a business how to be run. That's not the government's job. Number two, you don't think people in Oakwood have to have a priority board and a neighborhood association and go to all these meetings and do all this work? No, you don't. It's a farce that they expect you to do what they don't do. And you know why they don't do it? Because we don't pay for them. We don't buy these politicians. We don't own landfills, we don't own a hospital, we don't own a university, we are not care source. We don't matter. That's where the money comes from. That's who they work for. Priority boards, when they were working, created more patronage jobs. That's the only kind of jobs these politicians know how to make, is patronage jobs, to take care of their friends and family. It's how somebody gets their brother, who's a convicted rapist, a job at the Board of Elections, and nobody bats an eye. Okay? This shit's gotta stop. Okay? So, I bought a house in South Park for $14,500. They hounded me, they hassled me. That's what got me started in politics. You wanna know something funny? I actually work in a produce store. My old corner grocery store is now my office. And I create jobs. And I rehab, and I've helped my neighborhood grow, and my neighborhood has been successful, and it hasn't been with any help from these people. So you wanna know what the real problem is? We don't have any police anymore. You know why? Because Miami Valley Hospital has their own private police force. They don't need to pay money to the city. UD has their own private police force. Sinclair has their own private police force. How many private police forces do we need? Why do only rich people have police? This has to stop. And if I get elected, this kind of crap will stop right then and there. We'll get things fixed. Because one of the reasons you don't see businesses investing is because they don't feel like their business is going to be protected. I'll protect you. Thank you.
All right, I'll say this. Something that I've tried to do in all my years on the commission, and I'm going to continue to do, is to focus on making the city a better city for my kids and my grandkids. I think that kind of focus on the future is what my colleagues and I have always tried to keep in mind when we're making tough decisions. Is this going to benefit us tomorrow and hurt us next week or next year and in 5 years? We wouldn't do it then. So we've tried to focus on 10 and 20 and 30 years out. So with that in mind, my priorities have been making sure we have jobs, whether it's attracting new jobs, encourage entrepreneurs, or encouraging current businesses to expand. We really want to do that and do all of those. Second, we need to try to combat the inequality that's hobbled us. Institutional racism is not going to disappear overnight. It's not going to disappear. It's just something we're going to have to keep working at. We got to keep chipping away, whether that's making sure that we give preference to minority-owned businesses, local businesses. Almost everywhere, we make sure our contractors and our employees are paid fair wages. We need to keep chipping away at that institutional racism. It's not going to disappear by itself. Finally, we need to continue to deliver quality services to our citizens. I'm working on a program right now to try to build a better quality of rental properties, make sure that we have landlords who actually take care of their properties and know how to take care of their properties and are equipped it. There's the stick of housing inspection, that sort of thing. That's one tool. I think working together, we can try to publicize the landlords who are doing it right, give them the tools they need, and maybe we'll get a better quality of housing. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm asking for your vote on November 5th, because I'm going to continue the work that we've been doing over the last 4 years. We've done a great job, I think. We've got a lot more to do, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to continue to do that work. It's about bringing jobs to this community, and that's how we'll turn the corner on this. Good paying jobs, high paying jobs, high skilled jobs, and it's about making the connectivity with people to get the training to be able to accept those jobs. We've got upward of 18,000 jobs that are going unfilled around this community, and folks need to be prepared to take advantage of them. That's how we'll attract other opportunities our way, other businesses, manufacturers, high paying jobs, and when you get those jobs into our community, that's how we make a difference with blight removal and all the other negative kinds of things, the disinvestment that has happened in many of our communities over the years. And I'm excited about the future. I'm positive about the future. Things are looking up, and we need to talk about that because positivity attracts positivity, and negativity does the very same thing. So I want to be there to continue the work that we've been doing, connecting with jobs, connecting with labor, workforce, and apprenticeship, all of the things that we've been working on to make this community great. Everyone up here believes the same thing. We all want a better day, and I want to be there to see it through, and that's why I'm asking for your vote on November 5th.
Commissioner Joseph, you are now adopting another one of our plans and recommendations, the rental registration program. Again, that was a recommendation from Neighborhoods Over Politics, and I also pitched that thought to the city of Dayton when I was an employee. So real quick question, who is that right there? Commissioner Bootsy Neal, right? Do you all realize we have not had an African-American woman serve as a commissioner in the city of Dayton for over 10 years? Over 10 years. And actually, Commissioner Joseph, the incumbent that ran against an incumbent at the time, was Commissioner Bootsy Neal. It is high time that we elect someone in office that is a reflection of this community. We are more deserving to have another African-American woman to serve as the next commissioner. Someone who knows and understands the cost of this community. It is just not the title. You have to have the passion and the calling. And it is my true belief that this is my calling. Every time I drive up and down Salem Avenue, Gettysburg, when I go through my old neighborhood of Residence Park, I am sickened by the lack of investment, the blight, the grief, and the hurt that I see on residents' face of hopelessness. And we have to change that. They've done their due diligence in terms of serving this community, and we thank them. But it's now the time for them to pass the torch. And for them to elect people, for the city of Dayton residents to elect someone in office who has their best interests. I'm asking that each and every one of you be intentional this November. Check out my resume. I have the experience. I know the inner workings of government. I live in Southern Dayton Triangle. I believe in this community, and I need your help in this fight. They're going to say a lot of negative things. They go down and spend us for resources. But together, we can make some changes in the city of Dayton. Thank you.
I'm going to vote for Shenise, and I think you should too. So, just to straighten out some things, it is not a ceremonial position to be on the mayor or the city commission. It's to be a board of directors to direct a city manager who's supposed to run the city. We haven't had that. We've got a mayor who thinks she's holding court. If you need to see an example, you can watch the video I just released of her having a work session last Wednesday where nothing was done, no work was accomplished. She just took a whole bunch of high-paid city people and made her sit in a room with her because she wants to feel special. So, every time you hear the word economic development, know that for these people, economic development means taking your tax dollars and giving them to the rich people. That's economic development. That's their definition. No, it's a simple code word for we're going to screw you, take your money, and give it to companies. General Motors wanted to build a plant, right? And they said, oh, we got to support General Motors. What happened the next day practically? They went to Brookville, and the employees all struck. These are the candidates of labor, and they wanted to give a tax break to General Motors, who paid their CEO $21 million and has record profits. That's their idea of economic development, and it's wrong, and it has to stop. I want to tell you how the city treats a small business like mine. There's a little corner grocery store in my neighborhood. They wanted to expand. You know what they told them? Oh, you can't expand until you expand your bathroom to be a handicapped accessible bathroom, and it's going to cost you $10,000. It's a family-owned business. They don't have to have a public bathroom. They made them spend the money on that. They hassled me when I took a corner grocery store that I bought for $2,200 and I wanted to fix it up. This is not how you do it. November 5th, Shenise and me, thank you.
Let's hear it for all